Hello friends, Namaskar, good evening. Welcome you all to another enlightening episode of Revival Sutta Sunday. यहाँ हम बात करते हैं about getting your mind, body and spirit all aligned through spirituality, self-discovery and more for your holistic well-being. I am your host Sangeeta, a spiritual healer and coach and the founder of Arcade Universe, and it's my pleasure to be your guide in this transformational journey. Welcome you once again. क्या आपने कभी सोचा है कि फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम का असली मतलब क्या है, ये होता क्या है? ये सिर्फ पैसों की बात नहीं है, बट इट्स अबाउट लिविंग योर ड्रीम्स इन विथ फ्रीडम, लाइक अपने डिसीजंस को फ्रीली लेना बिना फाइनेंशियल स्ट्रेस के। आज हम एक्सप्लोर करेंगे कैसे फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम आपको लाइफ को जीने के लिए हेल्प करती है होलिस्टिक वेलबींग में। जब आप फाइनेंशियली इंडिपेंडेंट होते हो तो आप अपने गोल्स को कॉन्फिडेंटली परस्यू कर सकते हो और अपने रिलेशनशिप्स को भी प्रॉपरली नर्चर कर सकते हो, बैलेंस कर सकते हो विद टोटल पीस एंड हार्मनी। सो फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम एक्चुअली आपकी जिंदगी बदल सकती है। So let's discuss this in more detail with our today's guest of the evening, someone very close to my heart, and we call her the powerhouse, epitome of energy, and one of my favorite mentor who is just not a friend, philosopher and guide, rather who consider us her students as her children. Having the honor to welcome Harpreet Kaur. Harpreet Kaur is an award-winning tarot card coach, practicing tarot cards more than a decade now, an author and the co-founder of the Occult Academy. Her goal is to empower 1 lakh plus women live life on their terms, thrive financially, mentally, and emotionally. She has trained more than 10,000 of women with her unique skill of teaching tarot card reading and discovered a very powerful health tarot card reading technique as well. And that too without memorizing any card, but very intuitively.
Thank you. Thank you for the introduction.
Hello, Harpreet ma'am. I'm like super excited to have you here today and so blessed and grateful.
Same here. Thank you.
Thank you. This pleasure is all mine. आज आपसे जानेंगे, डिस्कस करेंगे all about the power of the financial freedom.
Thank you for this lovely topic. This is actually very close to my heart, as those who know my story know that how much I believe in the financial freedom. And especially when it comes to women, this is a topic which really empowers each and every woman out there. So for me, financial freedom comes to those who do not have to worry about their finances. We all are working, maybe right now, I think most of the women are working women. But how many of you can say that you're free to take your own decisions?
Exactly.
How many of you can say that you don't stress around your work? How many of you are able to live the life of your dreams? And how many of you feel like you can balance your work life? For me, freedom is simply understanding what brings you joy and what makes you free to take your own decisions in life. So it is a very, very important topic, and I'm really, really glad that Sangeeta, you're bringing up for the women out there who do not understand that one, how much it is important to be financially independent. And when I say independence, it should also not come as a responsibility or burden. It should come as something you really enjoy and you're able to manage your work life.
So that is what financial freedom is not about just earning money, right?
Yes.
So it actually, when you talk about women empowerment, it gives someone the financial के साथ एक emotional और एक strength देता है, I'll say rather, right? I am sure you will agree with me that ये emotionally भी किसी को वो power देता है, strength देता है to take the life decision more independently.
आपने कभी सितार देखा है? अगर सितार की एक वायर भी टूट जाए ना तो पूरा सितार खराब हो जाता है. I would say money is that part of your life which has an impact on each area of your life. Your relationships, your health, your family, everything is kind of, impacted if you are not financially free and independent. So yes, as you said it correctly, it has an impact on each area of life. And if you're financially free and independent, is when you can have better life and a better decision into your life. You're free to do what you want to do. And I'm sure with women around right now where they feel that, they need permissions, they're bounded, they are stuck. And a lot of cases where there is a bad marriage, abusive marriage, and somewhere they don't have that independence to or freedom to take their own decisions, is where maybe they're earning some amount, or they are in a job, but they don't find themselves free to take those decisions or independent enough to take those decisions. So as you said very correctly, this is one area that actually impacts all area of life. And if this area is disturbed, if you see, each area is going to get disturbed in your life. So that's how
As you said this beautifully, like एक सितार की तरह, like ये एरिया में डिस्टर्ब होगा तो लाइफ की म्यूजिक जो है वो खराब हो
खत्म हो जाएगी.
So yeah, these are all very interconnected areas. All this relationship के साथ, finance का, relationship के साथ, खुद का, I'll say. So अभी as you said, like mentioned, like yes, most of there are many marriages people stay because they are not financially independent. Even like that, I think I would say like it is more of a mindset as well. Like just not earning money. Maybe they are earning money. They are spending everything on their family or something, and still they are not independent.
Yeah.
इसमें कैसे, what does it like financial freedom means? Is it just about earning money, or how it is actually?
See, you're using a very good word. Now, there are two different statements we are reflecting upon. One is being financially independent. That is one area, of course, we always talk about that, how each person, each woman has to make sure that they're independent financially. But the other word that is a little different from this is financial freedom. Now, what do we mean by freedom is that you might be earning, but if you are not confident and if you're not free to take your own decisions, if you don't have enough to spend on yourself, if you're not capable, and maybe you are restricted because of certain responsibilities, and you don't have that much of assets, and you have not invested correctly or saved correctly, somewhere maybe you have an income, but you are not completely independent to take those decisions, right? So freedom comes to those who are willing to make sure that they have multiple jobs in hand, because right now one job probably is not a great idea. Investing into multiple resources, right? And also more than that, making sure that you're also enjoying your own self, you're also pampering
that is
yourself.
most important. Yeah,
because as women we forget to do that. We probably take care of everybody in the house, we have a lot of responsibilities, the children, the family, but somewhere we forget to really rejoice the hard work that we have really which has got us here. And that is one thing that a lot of women do not do it. The more you work on your inner self, and the inner self that is pampered, healed, taken care of, the more you're free and happy to take those decisions, which is good for your soul. Somewhere they live a life around people, and for them it is a mental and emotional challenge also, even if they are financially free, to take a decision like that. So freedom to me is somewhere it comes to people who can take their decisions on their own. So if they want to walk out of the marriage, they should not doubt themselves. They should feel that confidence that I have enough saving, I am capable enough, and I can take care of everybody around me. But I also is important in that relationship. It's not just my family.
Exactly. Here comes again the self-love aspect,
Yes.
I guess.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you are earning and you are spending on others, and you're not taking care of yourself. Then you are not being in financial freedom.
Yes.
Then you might be earning, you're having an income, but how you are putting it on yourself and managing it.
Yeah.
And I feel it's all about the mindset also, like
Exactly.
how to develop that kind of mindset. Then what do you suggest?
See, I think the first is to understand that when a lot of women come and say that we are doing this for the children, I always talk about one thing, that if you are not internally happy, you cannot keep anyone happy in your life.
Exactly.
What we are always focusing on keeping everybody happy in our life, but maybe we are not happy and we are not content. And like you said, there's no self-love, there's no care. If you are doing that, and we are working in a place of energies, right? So if you are being unhappy and sad, and you're thinking, okay, I'm doing a lot for my children, I'm taking care of them financially, I'm being around them, but your children do attract those kind of energies, right? So the first thing is to realize that if you're not happy, you can't keep anyone happy around you. That's the first important message. The second is that what kind of an example do you want to set for your children?
Yeah.
Right? If you don't take care of yourself, how would they learn to take care of themselves? All they have learned through you is that life is all about compromises. Life is all about adjustments. Then what you are not doing, how can you empower your own daughters or your own children and say that, you know what, bacha, you don't have to compromise in life? But they basically, children don't follow what you say, they follow what you do. So understand that if I really realize that what kind of example I'm putting through, and if I am not happy, how can I make or keep my children happy or my family happy, is probably when I will start understanding why I am important. Because from the time that we come from, maybe we talked about women need to adjust, women need to compromise.
That's how we are conditioned.
We are conditioned. The mindset is an issue because of the conditioning that we have had throughout our childhood, where our parents have believed that marriage is all about a compromise and marriage is all about an adjustment, and the woman is the one that she needs to really adjust into the relationship, and that is the problem. And I know to break that kind of a conditioning is a challenge, but the day you realize that you have a potential to do it and you are also important in a relationship, and if you're not happy, even if you love your children, and even if you work from that point of view right now to keep them happy, if you're very willing to work on yourself, I think that itself can really help you change your mindset. Because ultimately we as mothers will do everything for our children, right? So why not this small understanding of, if I am happy, I can keep my children happy, and most importantly, the example that we are setting in for our children, for the next
Exactly.
generation.
The starting point should be always you. Like,
Yes.
do not pour from empty cup, as you say.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So खुद ही ठीक नहीं हो, खुश नहीं हो, फ्री सही नहीं समझते हो, तो फ्री तो कभी नहीं हो पाओगे, and you cannot, as you said, what message you are passing to your children.
Exactly, that's very important.
What message you are exactly, because you are making them that way. So if they disagree, and the conflicts also sometimes occur.
Yeah.
So first, individual needs to understand that. So I would say, is it, when we are talking about financial freedom or empowerment, it goes more of like with a women empowerment. So how men should also, is it not about financial freedom also goes for men as well? Like, I
think
wonder.
I'm not being gender biased. And now to the time that we are moving in, I would say, men also need to be equally empowered, because we need to look at the gentry right now. And I think a lot of women are also becoming very money-minded and materialistic in their life. So I don't think it's a gender bias situation. I am talking from the time where women were not very educated or not very financially independent, or they had come from the mindset of that, taking care of the family is the only responsibility that they have, and they're probably not taken care of their own self. But now when you look into it from the point of men or women, I don't think we have to look at it as a gender point of view.
Exactly.
Men also go through a lot of pressure and responsibility into their life. And sometimes because of all these, they don't feel that freedom to do what they really want to do. And when they are not emotionally, again, everything is connected. When you're not emotionally, mentally happy, physically happy, because even if you're earning money and you're not taking care of your health, if you're earning money but you're not going on a trip, if you're earning money but you're not enjoying yourself, if you don't have that space to be yourself, if you don't have the freedom to do what you truly desire to do, I think it is not the right freedom that we're looking at. You could be independent, you could be doing well, but if you really have to think 100 times before doing something that you really desire to do, I don't think that's freedom. Freedom to me is to be capable to do whatever you want to do, achieving your dreams, achieving your goals, and most importantly, doing it in your own pace and time, not being bounded by people, not compromising on your self-respect. Like in a lot of jobs, you know how it is, right? And there's so much of manipulation in politics, and somewhere you are doing a 9 to 5. Now, 9 to 5 also is a very wrong statement.
There is a 9 to 5 now.
Yeah. So it's a 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. job. And even once you're home, you're on the phones with them. Yeah. And then what you feel is that, okay, I'm totally exhausted. I'm not happy. So I think it is also something to look at. Do you really enjoy what you do? That's another important
That is
question.
important. That's what I was coming for. It's like, is it only financial freedom? Does it mean only earning things? The first question I'll go back to, or is it like pursuing what you love? Like,
you're following your passion. Again, enjoying what you do.
Yeah, what is more important? The purpose, passion, or just the being financially independent, right?
Yeah.
So And so, what I feel like financial freedom also gives you the liberty to pursue your passion, I'll say,
Yes.
with the purpose. So,
Yes.
what is your thought on that?
So this is quite simple to understand that we need some source of income to start following our passion. So initially it might look a little challenging that you're working hard and you're probably focusing on saving your money and you're doing a full-time job and you're looking into that how can I actually be financially independent, but eventually you need to also work in investing your money in the right direction. Like, I'll give an example of a lot of Bollywood celebrities right now. If you look into their life scenario, what they're doing is that they're earning good enough money right now, but they're being workaholics. They're working, and what they're doing next is they're investing that money because they know that the future has to be taken care of. Tomorrow they might not have the movies or they might not have the income that they're looking at. What we need to do is that when we are working hard, we're also investing it into different things. Or the second choice that most of the people are doing, I think especially after Corona, is what I look at is a multiple business. Like, I have a lot of women who are working and they're learning tarot along with it. There are two reasons to it. One, they probably want to do two things at the same time, that okay, I would have tarot along with my job, and so I'm not completely dependent on one source of income. That is one thing to look at. And today, maybe, okay, I'm multitasking, but eventually, when this investment that I'm making out of my job, I can make it my full-time career because this is something I'm passionate about. So to begin with, investing on the right things, which can help you, eventually empower yourself and allow you to follow your passion, can really help you being financially free.
Exactly.
Look at that also. It never comes the easier way. It's not start doing this, but initially you have to work hard, but the aim should be different. Now, probably most of us
like
are just
how
working.
You can grow your wealth, your money. Like,
yes, you have to
just
see, like
not-
we always say, you have to put it in different baskets. You just can't put it all in one basket. You have to have multiple baskets of investments, right? But when I say investments, I'm not saying that you become a kanjoos. You don't enjoy yourself.
सब
You
invest
don't
करके
pamper
रखो,
yourself.
आज मत जियो.
I mean, don't do that, because here again I would raise a statement that ये जो हम जो खास करके पहले जमाने के जो लोग हैं, if you know, they would always talk about जब बच्चे बड़े हो जाएंगे तो हम ये करेंगे, हम वो करेंगे. But what is the guarantee?
अभी savings करो सिर्फ.
What is the guarantee? You might not have the health, or you might not have the wealth, or some of us nowadays, it's 40s and 50s, people are dying out of
Life
heart.
is so uncertain.
It is uncertain, and you can't be planning like this also. So I'm saying, while you are investing, you have enough to invest, and you have enough to also enjoy your life. What you have is today. And when you do that and you pamper yourself with that hard work and efforts that you're putting in, I think you get that double energy to work harder.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you need to recharge yourself. You can't just keep working like that robot. Nahi ho aap. Don't try to become a robot. Be a human being also.
Exactly. So that's why you are not nurturing with your own money. Nurturing yourself,
not nurturing, and not investing it right, to be
not
very
investing it on yourself, or not in first, because as we know, like as we understand that today is important.
Yes.
Past का हो चुका है, future का नहीं पता है. So we have today. So how best we are using today and on ourselves, how we are investing today, that is important. That will build this future. So that's what I understand, I feel. So I feel you have already said what people generally make the mistake of keeping it for the future and not thinking of the present.
Yes.
So that way, how can someone actually plan there, because people are very much plan oriented. So should they account for their income and expenses and then invest it or save it, and how it is, like, because they should
obviously I think the first rule is very simple, and I think everybody talks about that. You need to look at what your expenses are, what's important and what's not important. Of course, prioritizing your expenditure. And like a lot of people say that when you, like, for example, it's the first, when you get your salary, most of the offices, like, the first thing you should do is, you just get out of that, wherever you have to give that money. For example, you have to pay your maids, you have to pay some EMI. First, finish that off. Now you look at what is left in your bank account. Now, for example, whatever you have left in your account, I'm not going to give an example. Like say, I have a certain amount left in my bank account. Now, again, looking at it, how I can reinvest this amount. Because most of us, we don't think about reinvesting, whether it is in the stock market, whether it's about mutual funds, whether it's about saving our income. So it is, it is for our future also. Most of us just think about it like, okay, we'll run this throughout the month. And sometimes we don't have any idea how much we come down to at the end of the month.
So I believe that because we are always thinking on the expenses, we are attracting more expenses,
and
not the income. That's where like manifestation of income is not happening.
Don't worry about the expenditure. Like if you ask me, I believe in a universal flow. The more you spend on yourself, it will come back to you. And see, we always try to do these kind of things like, okay, I don't want to go and spend on this particular, like for example, I always give this example of people buying vegetables, right? How much can you be like doing like, ye bhi free de do, wo bhi free de do. Just think about it that person on the other end is also trying to earn from you. Similarly, when you go shopping, even then there's a pura cycle. You go and shop and that person will also earn, then wo aage apne employees ko payment karega, uske ghar mein income jayegi. So we are in a cycle, right? We're a part of that cycle. The more we spend on anything we like, it is also somewhere helping the other people to live their dream life. Maybe smaller, maybe bigger as ours. It depends on the level of dreams that everybody has and the kind of income that they are able to create. But for them, that income is important. Now, most of the people I've seen that they have a lot of money, but when it comes to investing or spending on their own, I've seen, especially Delhi ka culture, I'm seeing, it's more like I don't know why they do so much of conjuicy. Yeah.
And no, I think it's Indian culture.
Indian culture, and I think metro city is a major, challenge. I genuinely believe, just think of it like, you're just giving it back to the universe and it will come back to you. The more you try to hold on to your money, the more you worry about expenditure is actually when you lose it more. Enjoy it because you've worked hard, not to just sit there and, compromise on your small little desires or dreams. Like, I'm not even talking about bigger dreams right now, but just small little things also, we have those dreams, right? Because when you do that, when you pamper yourself, when you invest into yourself, you want to work harder. When you give yourself bigger goals and bigger dreams is when you want to, work into them. If you also, I would say, have bigger goals and dreams, right?
That's very important.
Yeah, like, because dreams help you to work
yourself, you are restricting your income also.
Exactly. And sometimes people find comfort very easily. Like, okay, I'm earning this much is enough.
Don't find comfort. Types.
Because see, if you really want to be there where you feel like a lot of people, young generation, I see that they say this kind of things that, yaar, mujhe 40 ke baad kaam nahi karna. I like that mindset. Hamara ye mindset nahi tha because we were not so evolved and we didn't have so many opportunities back then. But now if you say children are starting early age and what they're doing is not job, they're following their passion online. A lot of children are doing podcasts. A lot of children are on the Instagram, YouTube, Reels.
Yeah, and I see them are like earning so much of money and they're living their life kind of.
And they are actually planning like smart people that, after 40, I want to be with my family.
Yeah.
What are our ultimate goals? To work like this till 60 or when you're like, what? Ab aap retire ho jao. Abhi kya karoge retirement ke baad? Because most of us also have a private jobs. We are only looking after it, meeting up the dead ends. Now that's not, if that is the situation right now, that means you are not free. That means you are really going through a lot of challenges.
I think time ke saath we need to evolve because agar wo mindset hum wahi rahenge jo like our father's side or grandfather's time mein hota tha, ek job hai, this time you are joining, only after 60s you are getting retired and you are planning your life accordingly. That is not applicable in today's life.
And now everything is, every day, it's becoming more expensive. The lifestyle is becoming more expensive. And clearly, everybody wants everything in their life. It was not the same time कि मुझे याद है जब हम स्कूटर में 3 लोग बैठ के जाते थे, right? I'm coming from that kind of generation, and now everybody wants a car or a good life. Your children wants a good life. You're doing everything for your children. But I'm saying that if you really want to change your life, there are certain decisions you will have to take. If you're feeling comfort at where you are right now, clearly you're not going to impact on a change. You need to think about it from, okay, maybe I'm earning enough right now, which is helping me to live my day-to-day expenditure. But clearly that's not enough. It's going to grow. Your expenditure is going to grow. And if you're not working right now to work on that point of view ki eventually if it is higher, am I going to be capable? So you have to push yourself harder. Then again, I'm saying you need to make sure that you keep investing some amount or saving some amount in terms of whatever you have planned. Like, let's say if I want to start my own business tomorrow or follow my passion, I am somewhere planning it right now, sitting right now that, okay, you know what, I'm going to save that part somewhere else. I'm going to let that become a part of my house expenditure, because that is a bigger planning.
That's very important. Like,
Yeah,
for
investment is
investing
very important.
on yourself, that money you are keeping is separate.
Absolutely.
So, from you, I would love to understand how, like, spiritual mindset helps to get this financial freedom. It's like,
Yeah.
as we talk about manifestation, then gratitude and all stuff we
Yes.
do. So, how much important it is, like, for general people to understand, because not everyone is following that. People are still living with that mindset, भाई इतना है खर्चा, आज का सैलरी ये है, ये महीने में ये जाएगा, all the stuff they do. So
Now,
how
this
they
is
should
exactly
get into?
like you just said, your words itself is ye kharcha hai. What are we spending our energies on? We are using the wrong words, and we are telling the universe that we have expenses, or probably we are poor, or or always understand what you send to the universe multiplies for you. So if I'm sending this kind of a messages on a day-to-day note that I don't have enough money, or I will have an expenditure, how will I manage my expenditure? You're using wrong statements altogether. And I actually start with something to look at. And whenever I'm on the roads, this is something I always look at. As if you have you seen people living in the basti, just notice them. These people are always happy. They really enjoy their life.
Exactly.
They have the best time of their life. Reason being, they're happy with what they have. Yeah. What we are doing right now is that despite of having all the amenities, the basic amenities, the food, right, the water, the house, we are cribbing and crying on a daily note.
Yeah.
And what universe is saying that, if you're not happy with this, why should I give you more? In fact, you don't even deserve this. And so the first thing to understand is that spiritually, what happens when you're spiritually connected is the first thing that I want to take you through. I think that gives you the strength, the faith, the belief that you know what, you can do it. God is with you. And if you're here on this earth, you're taken care. And you have enough. Actually, you have enough if you look at it. God has given you enough so that you can eat and sleep. Now, it is only your desires, it is only your dreams, which I'm saying it is important, because only when you have dreams, you can achieve them. Is why probably you're pushing harder. But the first thing to understand, to be in gratitude of what you have. Because if you're not doing that, forget about, getting more into your life. What you have also, you'll start losing them.
Yes.
So start your day with simple as, thank you universe for giving me a house. I always start with something like, today in a world where so many young people are going, we see that every day. I think start with the day that thank you for another breath, for another day of breath. That is the first thing we don't thank. We don't feel gratitude about our own
woke
breath.
up in the morning, so many are still not.
They don't wake up in the morning.
They don't wake up.
We are not thankful to this. We are not realizing. Probably when you will be in that state is when you will value it. But I think it's time now to understand that first gratitude should come from thank you for giving me another day, another life.
Thank you for the free oxygen. You are not paying for that.
Exactly. Thank you for the nature we are living in. And then moving on to the so many small little things we have. We have so many amenities right now. We have food on our table. We have water. We have a house to live in. एक छत होना, घर, गाने आते थे ना इसके ऊपर पहले जमाने में, and we are not valuing it, right? We are just looking at what we don't have. And so how you start your day with these small little gratitudes, and throughout what is your energy, makes a lot of difference into your life. Why are there some people who are manifesting everything into their life? Is only that they have understood the small things that we need to start doing. And only these small things can completely change your life. That's a promise I can tell you. The day you start living your day with gratitude, the day you start, focusing on a positive energy. Like, for example, a lot of us say that we have a lot of expense. Instead of saying we have a lot of expense, we say, thank you, God, that I'm able to spend on myself.
Exactly. That's very important, that I'm able to pay I have that money.
I have that money, till now, and from where I have come from. And it's been like now last 3 to 4 years that I'm doing really well. I almost every day I eat out. Let me tell you, almost every day I'm out and I'm, dining out. And there was a time that I didn't have money for this kind of life. I'm not saying it's a great life to dine out every day. You're obviously eating unhealthy, but I'm just saying that I used to crave for it. That when will I go out with my son? When will I be? Because with children, especially, you want to take them out for a dinner, and I used to not have enough money to do that. Even till now, it's been 4 years. Whenever I do that, I thank God for it because I've seen those times.
Yeah,
I know.
you have manifested this life, I know,
Yes.
and that's why we call you the queen of manifestation. So,
I think you just have to be a fighter and you have to believe in
yeah.
yourself and just keep going with it. That you can, because most of us don't believe that we can. The first problem, and the second is, of course, the way we think and the way we feel. Most of us will say that we say positive things. No, it's not what you say; it's what you feel.
Very
Is very
correctly said.
important.
Feeling is important.
Feeling is very important. How are you feeling throughout the day? Are you feeling grateful? Are you even thankful for this life that you have? You're looking at, oh, I don't have enough money, but you have enough money already. What we are looking at is luxury right now. We have what we need.
Exactly.
If you look at, again, I'm saying, look at the times that we are coming from. They were happy with those small little things that they had in their life. And today we want everything in our life. We want a bigger car, we want a bigger house. We are never happy, we are never grateful. And again, I'm saying it's good to have bigger dreams, but let's be thankful to everything that we
First,
already
what we have, acknowledge that.
Yes, acknowledging.
Because most of the people I see, like whenever they say, I don't have money. So they start the conversation with not having money.
Now, they will not have, let me tell you, God will take it away from you.
Yeah, when they're having a good house, driving even a luxury car, and still they're saying, I don't have money.
Exactly.
What kind of mindset is that then?
Again, I mean, why do we see, again, coming back to the same topic of financial freedom, why do we see that most of the rich people are unhappy? Because they are not content with what they have. They are not grateful for having a family. Sometimes these are the major issues. If money cannot bring you the freedom to enjoy yourself, to be happy about what you have, to be content, to be grateful.
And that's the financial freedom.
Exactly. Freedom should give me happiness, should give me joy, should make me feel like, I can do it in my own time. I don't have to stress out. And that's why a lot of us are moving into business nowadays. Like, we really want that freedom that, whenever I want a chutti, I don't have to ask my boss, right? But that takes time for you to reach there. But start planning. Start planning. And there's always a choice you can make.
Yes. So finances means, I'm saying, like, it is important earning money, but don't hold yourself.
Yes.
And with the condition key, because of finance, I couldn't do this. Because of that, like most people make the finances, make money, that culprit or the villain of their life, that they are not able to do a lot of things.
Exactly.
So I would now, I like to ask you, like, since you have been like empowering so many women, I know, like how this journey started, like how tarot came in your life and made all those changes, because that has all the spiritual aspects and all that manifestation that you have talked about. You have actually manifested that, and how tarot has helped you and how it is helping other people.
So I think this is something that a lot of my students and so many people are already aware. I've shared it many times on my platforms, on my Insta handle. Is something that I realized quite late in life. So I was somebody who was a typical mind that I want to marry and be a housewife. I was typical mind. Today I'm a successful businesswoman, but if you ask me, this was how I was. I was born with that mindset that ultimately I have to get married and I have to enjoy being a housewife, taking care of my children and family. So a typical family woman I was. But life had other plans for me, and I'm thankful to that right now.
Yes.
That I had to go through a divorce from my first marriage, and I was teaching in some schools, small stations. I was teaching in some schools, but I was not independent to look at. I was doing it more as a pocket money and not really earning, because again, I was married and my husband was taking care of everything. So I didn't feel that need. But when I went through this separation that time, when I was going through my separation and I was deciding to move out of the relationship, the only reason that I really suffered in my life was that I was not financially independent. The other factors I would say were part of it. Like if my family was not supportive, the reason was simple that, how will you manage your finances? And if there are other people who were humiliating me again because I was not independent. So I actually, this whole period of realizing that how important it is to be financially independent, because I struggled financially. The only thing that kept me going is that, I think as a mother, we all are fighters, and that is a potential we have. If you're not realizing it, maybe you'll realize it very soon. So tap into it. So I was, being a mother, I didn't have a choice to give up. Being a mother, I only had a choice to, I can't give this kind of a life to my child. It is my decision, but he should not suffer because of my decisions. And that kept me going. And then again, understanding that, we are all capable to do something in life. We can, God has given us hands, body, we can speak. So even if you're not educated enough, you can do something. And that was something I knew. I was just trying on to different things when tarot came into my life. As I used to go to a tarot card reader, during those days for my readings. I was really going through a lot. And she told me one day, like, Harpreet, why don't you learn tarot? And I said, 2011 I'm talking about, and that era was not so evolved in terms of these things, and I was not very sure. I said, for me, tarot is a very spiritual thing, and I wasn't spiritual. I believe in God, but I don't kind of meditate, or I'm not that kind of a person. And she said, no, I think you can really do it, and you can really help so many people because you have that in your nature. And I'm really thankful to her for that idea. And I was just willing to do something at least, so you kind of don't want to leave any opportunity that is knocking on your door. And I said, okay, let me go for it. I want to tell you, when I started with it without expectation, I said, let's try it. But it changed my life in many ways. One, it gave me that power, that strength, that faith that, you can work into your life. Things will get better. The second, of course, is the financial freedom, because I was working at the comfort of my home, doing readings, and my biggest challenge was managing my child all alone. So this was the best I could do, sitting at home. Like, I don't have to really go out, work. And again, I was working in some schools alongside, but I wasn't really happy working in those schools. And for me, it's, even if I was earning 12,000, 15,000 from the school job, honestly, I was not enjoying. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Even if I had money,
That's the financial freedom you're not
exactly.
enjoying.
Even if I had money, I was like literally suffering with that money, whatever. And that was not enough, first of all. Then secondly, if I don't have time to do things that I want to do, if I'm doing, because school jobs also nowadays, like, it's not like you start at 7 a.m. and you finish
Very
at
stressful,
3 p.m. It's like whole day they take your life. There's no chutti. You don't get time to spend. So I wasn't enjoying it. And then when tarot came into my life, I said, this is something I can really use to work in my own pace and time. And more than that, what I realized, it has a potential to change people's life. And I had no idea that this was all alignment, because a lot of women started coming to me for their readings, and I realized that how my example of taking my own decision and working on my own journey could really give them the power to not compromise in their life. And so all this started. Eventually I started coaching, and now my mission is very clear. I think tarot for me is a tool which I can give them to help them and to make them realize that they have a potential to be financially independent, and only when they are financially independent, they are financially free to take better decisions in their life. So these are the reasons, and I think that's why everybody get attached to me, and I get attached to them, because when you speak from your heart, you connect to someone's heart, and I really understand each woman's journey, and I really understand where
How do you feel after, like, more than 10,000 is a big family we have. So, how do you feel like this? I'll say this financial freedom, like, is totally, I know you are enjoying. So, can you just share what it actually feels for Harpreet now, if you compare who you were like 15 years back and today, the things you have got in life with this big family? What is the difference? How your life has changed that way, and that tarot has brought actually?
I think I'm just being truly grateful, first to the God, to the universe, and everyone who gets connected to me. I feel truly grateful and thankful that God has chosen me right now. But I want them to become the chosen one, and that's where we are moving into that. You are the next. You have to go heal so many women out there. I have a huge family, and again, I started with the fact that I was always a family woman and a family person to look at. So the first thing that I'm happy about is like you said, I have a big family now, but I want to add a lot more, and that keeps me. Like I said, always have to have a mission to live in life. I think I have a bigger mission now. So you started with 1 lakh, so I've already moved to 1 million women. My mission has changed, and this 1 million women is not me all alone. It's with me and my community together. We are going to impact and change more than 1 million women, because
more than 1 million, I'm sure.
yeah, because each woman is going to touch so many lives.
Yeah.
So as a family, we are moving into a time where we want to help each one of us. And again, sometimes some people feel that I talk very gender biased, but this coming from my life journey where I understand women better. But at the end of the day, we want to create better women and better society. Even if men are feeling that some of the women are, using them, I'm sure with the kind of people that I am, having in my community to guide now, it will be better for each gender to move into a pace where women do not pull somebody down. They are there to push each other, to encourage each other, to support each other, and to be a better version of themselves.
See, when you're talking about one woman, it's just not one woman, it's a one family.
One family.
So there's so many lives. So when we talk about 1 lakh, 1 million, or more than that, is that many families you are touching.
Huge family, yeah.
So
and not me alone. Again, I'm saying I'm grateful to each one of you, my community who is a part of me now. So I can't do this alone.
We are blessed actually, because and now we are blessed, and somewhere it will be a bit mean of me that you have gone through so many challenges because you had to end here. So you had to come to this realization that you had to understand yourself, who you are. Yes. This mission of yours. Yeah. So wo hona tha, that is why you had to face so few challenges. You had that made
so that's why I said I'm thankful to those challenges. So we'll always look back and say thank you, God, for taking me through that phase in life which has got me here.
That's what we understand in a better way, and that's why we have got to this mission. Yeah, that's wonderful journey. So that way. And yeah, as absolutely correctly you said, like through the challenges of your own life journey, how you have arrived at financial freedom, all about the mindset. I would like to say here that because you had the strong mindset, because since finances didn't stop you. Yeah. To because many people are there जिनका कहना होता है कि they are not financially independent, and that's why they are stuck to some marriages they are not happy about, they're stuck to someone. Very true. Which is not for their anyone's happiness. So जो आपने किया, which is really commendable, because you have shown the path, because how you can move towards the financial freedom step by step and live a life of your manifested life of your own choice and living. And not only that, not stopping here, but actually you are actually making and showing so many people the path to get financially free. And then again, that is the reason that I'm getting everything that I need in my life. This is also the blessings of everybody that I'm saying you should be willing to give it back to the universe. If you're just keeping it to yourself, is probably not the right way to manifest anything into your life. Yeah, being the contribution, that is the important. Yeah. So now I'd like to some kind of tips that one can start with for their financially freedom. A journey of to be financially free, to enjoy a life of financially free. I think the first that we keep talking about, and we have been talking about it throughout the session today, is the gratitude journal. We have to start our day with gratitude. And again, a lot of people ask me, I'm not happy, how can I write gratitude? Again, I've given you some examples that you have to look into small little things, not people around us, but the nature, the breath, the food, the water. These are something that we have to start learning to feel gratitude about. The second is, like I said, it is not what you say, how you feel throughout the day. So never think about money in terms of a debt. Never think about it as an expense. Never talk or use words like, I don't have money, or I probably have a lot of expenditures. Again, as I said, look at it as like whatever you say and feel is going to manifest, because we're working in this law of attraction and manifestation process, and we all understand that.
Thirdly, I've already clearly said that you really need to start thinking that how can you contribute yourself into making you financially first independent to a lot of women, and then freedom will come, right? So start doing something. Maybe it is small enough right now, but like I'll tell you, like I said, I used to work just to get a pocket money also was a freedom. That, for every smaller thing I don't want to ask my husband. It was not a big thing for me, but I used to feel happy that, if I want to buy a piece of jewelry also, we women, we like to shop. I don't want to ask my husband.
That's even that was financial, not only financial, but your emotional freedom.
Yeah, you're not dependent, because asking somebody is, I've never felt comfortable about it. Like, people are literally questioning you, kyun chahiye, itna kharcha karte ho, and all of that. So it can come to you even at the smallest time, when you're not earning too much also, but you're free to do what you want to do or spend on smaller things that you can spend. So start with something, because when you start with something, it brings the confidence in you. It guides you on your own potential. It gives you the strength. And of course, when you're investing yourself into a creative zone, I'm sure, you start getting healing also. So just start doing something to begin with. Eventually, you have to think of, okay, I started earning now. Also, I need to start investing. I maybe need to upgrade my skills or invest more into my business. But again, don't invest everything. Enjoy also. Don't just think of investing, because that gives you stress, and stress will never help you manifest your dreams into reality. So again, make sure you're in a better state of mind. You're not stressed about your money. You're not stressed about your investment. You feel like even if I'm investing 1,000 rupees per month on a mutual fund, should make you feel happy, should make you feel content.
You must be in a joyful state, like you're enjoying that.
Invest with a good feeling. Don't invest as a, oh, this is another expenditure I have. Don't use that feeling, because this investment is what is going to help you for your future, right? And to start with something that you're passionate about, the best thing you can do in life. Like for me, tarot came to me as a passion. I really started enjoying it, and till date also I'm doing it out of passion. If I would have not been passionate about it, then I have completed 75 batches till now.
Wow.
Doing the same thing again and again and again can be very monotonous.
Yes.
I'm telling you the truth. I start with scratch again, then I finish off that. It takes me a whole month to finish one batch. Then again, I take a week's break, and then I start again. So if I was doing this for money, probably I would not have been enjoying it. And if I'm not enjoying it, this was a temporary, freedom that I was getting. So understand that you do something that you feel passionate about. You should enjoy it thoroughly. You should be doing it out of your choice, not because of everybody's putting that pressure on you. It is coming as a responsibility. You have a lot to take care of. I know that is a part of us, but it should also come as something that you really rejoice. So do something beyond just a job, which gives you that happiness, inner soul peace, and that you can also make it as a career.
So in this career perspective, I would want to ask how this tarot journey can actually make one enjoy this financial freedom, as many of your students are already doing. With your experience and their experience, I would like to do for all.
So there are a few things that I can suggest. That, see, firstly, one thing that I'm very, very thankful to is that I've seen a lot of business running in the market, but those business could be giving you money, but they don't come with a lot of blessings. Now, this is one journey where you're going to attract a lot of blessings. So the first happiness that you will actually get while helping somebody, and when they come back to you and they say, like a lot of cases that I hear from my students, that there was a woman who was not able to conceive, and how she guided her, and how she gave her some remedies, and how she came back thanking her for that. Like, how grateful was she that finally she could conceive and work on her dreams. Small little things that you can really help people can really give you that feeling of complete or content when people come back to you that wow, you've really helped me. So this is the only journey that can give you those blessings, and you can feel content and happiness throughout.
Another level of satisfaction, like to create some value in someone else's life.
It is unmatchable. It is unmatchable. I mean, this is a feeling that one only understands when they do it. The second, of course, I feel that this is a journey of healing altogether. So when you start healing others, you also get healed, because you realize that there's so much in the world, and we are just cribbing about small little things in life. And I always say that while you always look up, try to look down at the same time. Because there's so many people who are not so blessed, but they are happier. And you have so many things, but you're not happy. So I think that is what happens. And again, tarot is a tool which kind of give you that power spiritual power, the faith, that eventually you evolve as a person who is way more stronger and way more capable. And like, of course, when you understand all of this, the universe favors you. So financial freedom to honi hai, because one, you can work at the comfort of your home. Two, you can charge. Of course, there's an energy exchange, and we must work with that energy exchange. And this is nothing to feel like, oh, we cannot do this because we are spiritual, because energy exchange is to balance each energy. So nobody wants a baggage, if you're not paying,
carry others' karma
with yeah, which everybody needs to understand. So whatever you charge, you should charge. So
really grateful to teach us that.
Yeah, I mean, some of people say, ma'am, how can I charge? I'm doing we always give some examples, like understand how many people can you help and how many people Ambani can help. So if you are being paid for something, it's the first point, a separate point, that if you are taking an exchange, you will be able to help more people, right?
Exactly.
Otherwise, there will be a point where you'll be completely exhausted. Secondly, it's important to balance each energy. So the person you're reading also do not need to carry that emotional baggage that he did not pay you. And you also do not want to carry their baggage. So this is very important to cut that cord. And for that cord cutting, it is important to take that exchange. Okay? So these are a few factors. And of course, when you are able to earn in your own time, work as per your own, it's upon me now. If I want to earn more, I will work 12 hours. If I want to earn less, I'll work 4 hours. I will charge accordingly. I will work as per my whatever I want to achieve. And then, of course, I have my own time. Whenever I want a vacation, I can go on a vacation. Right? So it's up to you, and it's your baby, and when you enjoy it completely, and of course when you get a chance to help so many people, and when it empowers you, it heals you, it gives you that strong faith and power, what else can give you the freedom?
Exactly. It's like living life in a holistic way.
Yeah, and it's a total package that you're getting in life. What else can you ask for?
Exactly. Wow, ma'am, thank you so much for bringing up all this plethora of things.
Thank you.
So I really enjoyed this conversation of financial freedom, and I hope the audience also do that. Lot of input you have shared from your experiences. I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Grateful to be here. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. So friends, financial freedom is a mindset, एक important tool जो अपनी लाइफ को आप अपने टर्म्स के हिसाब से जीने के लिए आपको हेल्प करता है. जब आप फाइनेंशियली फ्री होते हो, you can live your life in a holistic way, make your own choices, your priorities, and that start as Harpreet ma'am has said, that start with from your loving yourself, making yourself the priority. So then only you can move to the ladder in this financial freedom. एंड ये सिर्फ आपको ही नहीं, बल्कि लाइक आपके आसपास लोगों को, आपके फैमिली को एम्पावर करने के लिए भी हेल्प कर सकता है. सो रिमेम्बर वन थिंग, दैट फाइनेंशियल फ्रीडम इज अ जर्नी. और जब आप ये जर्नी शुरू करते हो तो अपने आप से शुरू करना है आपको. विथ इट गिव्स यू द न्यू स्ट्रेंथ एंड पावर एंड हेल्प्स यू टू बिल्ड द ट्रस्ट ऑन योरसेल्फ. ये पावर आपको हर चैलेंजेस से मुकाबला करने के लिए हेल्प कर सकता है, मोटिवेट कर सकता है, और आपको अपने ड्रीम्स को पूरा करने के लिए भी, आपको पूरी तरह लाइफ को एंजॉय करने के लिए भी इम्पोर्टेंट है. और कैसा लगा आज का एपिसोड हमें जरूर बताइए. डू शो योर लव इन लाइक, कमेंट एंड शेयर. और आर्किड यूनिवर्स को फॉलो जरूर कीजिए फॉर ऑल द फ्यूचर अपडेट्स. हरप्रीत मैम से कनेक्ट करने के लिए नीचे कमेंट सेक्शन में लिंक दिया गया है. यू मे डीएम हर फॉर ऑल योर क्वेरीज. सो विद दिस नोट आई टेक योर लीव टुडे. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट संडे विद अनदर इंटरेस्टिंग एपिसोड टू कंट्रीब्यूट इन योर जर्नी. Till then, do take care of yourself and embark in the journey of your financial freedom. Good night.